Poland, labor, Nars, Trebek, Zabar, Walmart. You cast the wrong spell! Zombies! Please, they prefer to be called the living impaired.
There! There's a picture! Ah! Zombies! There! There's a picture!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I don't know if you're going to see this on Monday night or Tuesday morning, but it would appear some pretty big news is going on around GameStop. Now, I know a lot of my viewers aren't fans of GameStop, and that's entirely your right. However, in my opinion, I've always had fond memories of GameStop, and that's probably because I've never needed to trade my games in there before, which is where a lot of the detestful behavior and the feelings really reside. I also have never liked paying full price for a brand new game and have them have the box open. I never understood why they did that. That's probably a reason, but I like to take the cellophane off my games. That's just how I am. But I suppose these days it doesn't even matter because you're not even getting anything in it's just an empty plastic case with a download code in it anyway. Big news today. Huge shakeup at the board of directors for GameStop. Now, what does this all mean? Well, if we take a look at what Wall Street says, the stock is surging in post-hour trading. It peaked today at 396, and right now it's at 402. And I don't know if this goes up and up and up, but it's definitely up. It's up 8% in post close trading. If we look at 6 months, though, it paints a very dire picture with a peak, and their stock has always been very, very, very low valued at $6, and we're seeing basically it bottom out here back in February at $3.39. That might be the worst price it's been. Yeah, $3.32 back in August of 2019 was probably it, and then we see $3.30, another historic kind of low here in February. But if we look at right now, it looks like it's trending up. That means that Wall Street has some faith in it. Why? Well, Reggie Fil Aime, not just Reggie Fil Aime, is now on the board, and people don't really know how to feel about it. GameStop shakes up its board. Longtime board members are out, and Grapevine-based GameStop and new board members come in with experience from Walmart, KKR, PetSmart, and Nintendo. These are some heavy hitters. Four longtime board members at GameStop, including co-founder and executive chairman, are leaving the video game behind. The co-founder is out. GameStop also said that Monday that 3 people with extensive retailing experience are joining the board, including longtime former president of Nintendo of America, Reginald Fil Aime. 2 of the new board members have experience with private equity and are an interesting choice after the board decided that GameStop was no longer for sale. It considered such a move a year ago, and that's actually when they pulled the plug on that. That's when you saw this huge drop back here, if I remember correctly. New board members are Bill Simon, former CEO at Walmart, who has been with private equity firm KKR & Co. as a senior advisor since 2014. James Samasek, who is the CEO of PetSmart since 2018, and before that, the CEO of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Both of those companies are owned by private equity. And Fil Aime, who started working with Nintendo in 2003, was the president of U.S. operations for 2006. After posting its worst holiday season in a decade, the gaming retailer is banking on new generations of Xbox and PlayStation consoles coming out later this year to help its turnaround effort. Now, if you look at what can they do, really? Can GameStop be saved? No, I don't think it can be. However, its life can be extended. And I always viewed, and I always say this, look, I know a lot of GameStop employees watch my videos. Shout out to y'all, because every time I go into a GameStop, or very frequently, I'll meet someone who's working there who's at least seen my videos. Now, maybe they hate me, and they're just being nice. It's entirely possible. But GameStop employees, this is the number one reason why I support GameStop, even though, You know, I know a lot of my fans don't really care, and this video might get a bunch of dislikes because people just want it to die anyway. I would implore that you at least consider why I'm backing it. It's not because I love their business model. It's not because I love that their stores are like a nerd hoarder's what's the rummage sale or something like that, but because they employ thousands of gamers, thousands of people that love video games. You have to love video games to work at GameStop. There's no other reason you would work there. That's the sole reason I've always had a soft spot in my heart for GameStop, and I want them to continue to exist. Now, I know people don't like them, but let's just look at the reality here. If you've been out in retail recently, you know it's rough out there. The retail, like brick and mortars, are just crumbling everywhere. You have huge, you know, here in the Midwest, places like Shopco are no longer around. These big box stores are basically consolidated down to two, Walmart and Target. And why do they continue to exist? Is because they had the logistics in place to be able to compete both in online price and in shipping turnaround. If you look at something like Walmart right now, I wouldn't step foot in one of their stores by choice. The stores around my house are so run down and staffed. There's like 11 people working in the whole store. It's just garbage. I'm a Meijer guy, but they have the same kind of problems too. They got like 4 people working in a store that's even bigger than Walmart, and nobody gives a dang about you. But nonetheless, these stores, Walmart and Target, are able to match Amazon's pricing because they buy in such huge quantities, and they're also now able to ship in 2 days. Walmart, very often my wife orders cat litter from Walmart because we get free shipping, and we know that they're losing money on that, but they deliver it, and it's usually here next day or the day after next, and same with Target. And so bringing in somebody with the logistical experience is smart. I don't think GameStop, outside of special editions, like I know I bought an Ecto 1 special edition from there and another Ghostbusters special edition thing from there, which they did ship. In fact, I actually bought my Star Wars, my arcade 1-up Star Wars from GameStop's website because they only had pre-orders there, and I think Walmart's pre-orders were closed. So I've always viewed GameStop as an oasis. I know it's not going to last. What is Reggie Fil Aime going to bring? Well, he's going to bring a lot of connections in the gaming world. Obviously, GameStop has plenty of them, but you're talking about personal connections. Does Reggie have a ton of experience with physical locations? Not really, I wouldn't imagine. There are a few Nintendo stores out there, but they're not running like GameStop. So we're talking about thousands of locations. Most of them are rented, run down, strip malls where they just try to cram as much product into those, that little hallway that they call a store as they possibly can. What could really be done to stop progress? Nothing. Digital distribution is the future, and you still need to get consoles for now. Now, many of us are happy to get our consoles from Walmart, Target, or Amazon. But for the hardcore fans, the people that want it on day one, it's more common that they go to either midnight releases at GameStop or they pre-order at GameStop to make sure they have it. So when new consoles come out, I'd say that's it, right? So GameStop, I would say here, this is probably their Hail Mary pass. This is it. Like you're totally cleaning house. You're bringing in heavy hitters from Walmart and Nintendo, and you're saying, this is it. We've got the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One X or Xbox, whatever the new Xbox, I can't even think of it, what it's called anymore. And that's it. You probably don't have another window in the next 10 years where you're going to have, next generation consoles releasing right at the same time. See, when the Switch came out, that was very busy for physical locations, getting your Switch. I remember they were even hard to get, which is crazy to me in modern times. But they were hard to get at the beginning. And many GameStops were sold out. Walmarts were sold out. Targets were sold out. Now you're going to have both an Xbox and a PlayStation dropping right around the same time, which means you're selling new consoles, you're selling all the peripherals, you're selling extra controllers, you're selling headsets, you're selling extended warranties, you're selling decals and all that other kind of stuff for it. Same for the PlayStation. You need an extra controller. You want this Bluetooth thing. You want a keyboard. You want this. You want that. You want to get 3 games when you launch. Okay, we're going to sell you that all at once. That is the purchase for GameStop. Is you're going in there, you're buying a brand new console for $500. You're buying an extra controller. You're buying 2 games. You're walking out of there maybe close to $700-800 depending on how much extra stuff you're buying. And because of that, I think GameStop recognizes that this is their window. They're not going to last forever. Look, GameStop isn't going to last forever, okay? But people have been saying they're going to close down for good for years now, and they're still out there lingering. So if they're going to linger, I'd rather have the thousands of gamers, tens of thousands of employees that they have a little more job security, last a little bit longer. Look, if you hated them for their price stuff, their trade and stuff, you don't even need to, I mean, nobody trades their games in it hardly anymore anyway. There's nothing to trade in. So I, for one, like the oasis of a game store while I'm at the mall, while my wife tries on her 40th dress that just doesn't look right. I like to have that. I like to walk around. I like to see the new games that come out. And you just can't recreate that experience at a Walmart or Target unless you're lucky and you get a gamer that works there, which you can at times. Every time I've asked GameStop employees about games, they usually know what's up. They can make good referrals. They understand the game. And you just can't get that anywhere else. And as many people will celebrate when GameStop finally disappears in the next 5 years, and it probably will, I, for one, am going to hold out and hope that Reggie can, Reggie, my body is ready, can put together something and pull a rabbit out of his hat and give him maybe 7 years instead of 3 or 4, because that's really a win here. That's what the real win is. Can they completely reinvent themselves and become like a digital storefront like Steam or GOG? I don't know. Maybe there's something like that, and I don't know what they want to do, but certainly they're bringing in some heavy hitters, and I do hope for the best for all their employees and everyone that works there in the gaming community as a whole. I hope you enjoyed this video. Best of luck, GameStop. We'll talk to you again real soon.